Good morning, technicians. I'm sorry to miss you today, but I wanted to leave you with what you're going to be doing on Scratch today. So, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up a new Google window. After you open up a new Google window, just click on your Google Waffle, Google Classroom, open up third grade technology, classwork, and open up Scratch by clicking on the link. Don't forget to sign in today to save your work. Click sign in up here in the right-hand corner. Our username is PE3Tech, and our password is Sprite, Sprite. You should have seen the password and the username on the whiteboard in the front of the room on the side. And a lot of you saved your password the last time we went on, so probably saved, but in case. Now, once you've signed in, you should see PE3Tech up in the corner. If you want to find an old project that you worked on, click on PE3Tech My Stuff. You're going to need to scroll down, and you were supposed to name your project with your name and room number, okay, like Jacob did in room 106. You might have to scroll down for a little while, and if you scroll down to the bottom and you still don't see it, click Load More, okay? We're just going to keep loading until you find your project. If you don't find it, don't panic. But if you want to look for it for a couple minutes, go ahead and look for it. And the next time I come in and I'm with you, we'll get to the bottom of it. But for today, I'm going to start a new one to remind you of a few things. So I'm going to click Create, and you're welcome to work on an old project like I showed you. Again, all you do is go on PE3Tech My Stuff to look for it. We're going to click on Create to make a new one. Make sure you see up here where it says Untitled, make sure you see a place where you can name it. If you don't see a place where you can name it, refresh the page with this circle that's an arrow. Okay, don't start creating unless you're able to name it, because you're not going to be able to find it later if you don't name it. So we're going to name it Mrs. E today, okay, instead of my room number, right? So I'm going to get rid of the cat. I'm going to pick any sprite. Let's choose, I want some food today. Let's choose a donut. Okay, here's my donut. I'm going to choose a background for my donut for the stage. I want my donut to be in concert. Okay, we'll talk about where to put that donut in a second. We're going to start off by programming the donut. Make sure the donut's highlighted purple so you know you're programming the donut. You're going to choose in events our event trigger, which is the yellow block that says when the green flag is clicked. Tells the computer when to start the program when you click the green flag. Now let's get to coordinates. I want my donut to look like it's kind of off stage and then it goes in the middle of the stage. So we're going to start it over here. I notice that the coordinates or the address of the sprite on the stage now are x negative 166, y negative 62. Going to go into motion. Going to say go to those coordinates. Then I want him to glide into the middle of the stage like that, like he's performing. Now the coordinates are x13 and y negative 40. So I'm going to grab those coordinates in a glide. When I click the green flag now, I'll glide. Now, I kind of want it to look like the donut is backstage and then suddenly appears. So here's something else you can do. In looks, if you go down, there's a show and a hide. Okay. I want my donut to hide at first, and then I want him to show when he glides. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. Try it again. Oh, I guess he hides really fast. Let's do this. We'll go into control. We'll say we'll say wait 1 second. And there he goes. He's hidden. And then he like appears and comes out to the middle. Perfect. Okay. Make sure if you use hide, use show again. Otherwise, your sprite's going to stay hidden. Remember, a computer only does what you tell it to do. You tell a computer to hide, it's going to hide forever. Okay. Now, we went over coordinates. Let's talk costumes. Going to go into my costumes. I noticed this donut only has one costume. I definitely want more than one. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click duplicate. Okay. Now I have donut and donut 2. In the beginning of the program, I want the donut in looks. I'm going to go for costumes. In the beginning of it, I want the donut right away to be donut 1, the regular donut. Okay. So I want it to stay how it is. Test it. There it is. Go back to costumes. This donut, we need to make it look like a rock star though, because it's on stage. We're going to have like a reveal. So I'm going to click on the paintbrush. I'm going to choose a color. And I'm gonna draw a face for my donut, our fancy donut. He's singing. We're gonna have him throw one hand up in the sky and maybe have another one on a microphone. Draw him a little microphone. I could be doing better with my drawing here. You guys get the idea, right? There's my microphone. And we're gonna give him some feet. And we're gonna make him look happy. All right, looking good. I'm gonna go back to my code and I'm gonna say, when he gets to the new spot, I want him to show donut 2. Let's say. Amazing. Okay. Now, if you wanted, friendly reminder, if you wanted your donut or your Sprite to go in between your costumes, you can also do in looks next costume. Okay. And if you want that to keep happening over and over again, you can choose an iteration like forever. If you do that though, watch what happens. It'll look pretty crazy. The computer will keep switching between the donuts, and you can see here what's happening. Donut 1, donut 2, donut 1, donut 2. I'm gonna stop that. If you wanted to slow that down, go into controls and grab wait 1 second. This will tell the computer, next costume, wait a second. Next costume, wait a second. Let's see what that looks like. Better. Okay, we're gonna stop it. I don't want that though, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Gonna add in a sound. I don't want this one, and I don't want this one. I want a singing sound. So I'm gonna go into voice, gonna grab, singer? Nah, nah. Let's do, hey, like it. All right, so now that it's in my sounds, gonna go back to my code, into sounds, and I'm gonna grab play sound, hey, until done, let's say. And if you can't hear the sound on this video, it's because I'm wearing AirPods when I'm recording, don't worry. If you wanna program the stage, you can program the stage. Make sure you choose the stage and highlight it, okay? You're gonna say when the green flag is clicked again for your stage. And if you wanna change the color, like I've been changing the fancy colors of the stage, you go into looks, grab change color effect by 25 and throw it in an iteration like forever. This means that once I click the green flag, the color of the stage will keep changing. And it really looks like a concert. But I kind of wanted to wait to switch to do all those colors until after he gets to where he wants to go, where I want him to go in the middle for like the big reveal. So I'm going to put in a wait 2 seconds. How did I get 2 seconds? Well, if you look back at my donut, he has a wait 1 second, that's 1 second, and then he has a glide 1 second, that's another second. So 1 second plus 1 second equals 2 seconds. So if I go into my stage, I have that wait 2 seconds. Let's see if I was right. Will it flash once he changes and starts singing? Yes, it did. So think about the timing of your code too. So today, we want to see you work on, in your code, coordinates with your X and Y address for your sprite on the stage. We want to see you try and use an iteration or two forever or repeat however many times. And we definitely want to see you mess around with costumes and keep practicing. Make sure you save your work and sign in. And at the end of class, if you see a little button that says save now at the top, please click save now. Once you do that, it'll be saved and it says project saved. If you don't see save now like this, it probably means that it's already saved. Happy coding, technicians.